York in Texas here. Welcome to race number 14 in the manufacturer series. We're at Interlagos, Brazil. So I'm starting in 7th place. I've really good qualifying. I had 18 in the room, so I was ranked 18th. So that's what I have on my door. My best lap was 1:42.06, and that gave me about a second gap to the fastest driver, and it was a little bit more than 1 second slower than what I did in practice. So let's get going. So coming into the Senna S, and it's hard tires, and that's all we need to have this race, and there won't be any stops for fuel either, so everyone should be able to manage on this pair of tires for the 11 laps. So we have this Peugeot behind us in yellow and blue. We get a pretty good exit on the Porsche here. Going on the inside, anticipating to see if he's gonna brake early, but he's not. But he's actually getting some problems. So he goes out wide, but the Peugeot is able to capitalize on my left. So I'm still in 7th. And then I have this guy, fat fella behind me. He's very aggressive in his Audi. We're gonna see him quite a lot in the rear view mirror and a little bit kind of in front of me as well as we go along here. Still in the first lap, trying to get my bearings. Getting a little bit of distance to fat fella behind us. Get a good exit out of Junkau. And now we have fat fella in the Audi 0.6 behind us, so that's a pretty good distance. I see he's coming. So now we're going to the 3rd lap here, and still fat fella is behind us, and look at this. This is very nice and clean. We're going side by side through the Senna S, but I'm getting a better exit. So here we're coming into lap 7. Fat fella again, and fair and square getting in front of me there. We see a Honda that went wide. So now I'm sitting in 8th place. But I had quite some speed here compared to specifically the Honda. Passing him back in 7th place. And the Honda goes wide behind us. So I'm just trailing fat fella, cutting forward a little bit on the same lap. And here's the Honda, very opportunistic move there. So he's fighting a little bit with the fat fella. I have to slow down a little bit and get an Atenza behind me. Someone goes off in front. So here I go. I squeeze in with fat fella, and this is unfortunate. He kind of turns into me, and the Atenza passes me, and fat fella, he's now really irritated. And we're gonna see that I was able to pass that car there, so I'm still back in 7th. So look in the rear view mirror now. And here's fat fella, boom. So he gives me a good little bump there, but I managed to control this, which was pretty cool. Fat fella didn't get any penalty, but that Porsche got a penalty for some reason. I don't know exactly what happened. So now I'm back in 9th, and we're on lap 8. Getting a good exit, start to gain on the pack in front of me. I'm going a little bit hot and wide here. So you see there's quite a pack forming in front of me. It's like, like 7 cars. So they're all fighting and slowing down that whole train. So I'm waiting for something to happen in front of me here. I'm trying to keep my pace up with them, but still be careful not to do anything crazy. Staying away from fat fella there. I'm getting a pretty good exit here, sitting in the slipstreams. Some pushing and shoving here. So I'm planning going to the outside, but then I push myself on the inside. But I see there's a whole lot of cars, so I try to be really careful. I'm not touching anyone here, and that's where it happens. Little bowling pin action. The Porsche goes left. I'm passing the Honda on the right, and all of a sudden I'm in 6th. So came through completely unscathed. And the tires feel okay, so I can gonna drive kinda aggressive here after 9 laps. And my goal was to place at least 4th to advance in the points. Coming out to Pinarino. Coming up through Pico de Pato. Coming down to Mergulo. Still keeping up with them. And Juncao. And we have a 1 second penalty in front. And you should note the Peugeot up there we saw earlier in the blue and yellow. He has his tire wear is pretty bad. I looked at the the replay. So he's holding these guys up quite a bit. So now we're starting the 10th lap here. Some maneuvering and positioning in front. We have 4 cars in this little pack. And this Toyota, I'm coming up, touching him a little bit. And Lumatic serving his penalty. And then he goes wide. I think it was him going wide, so I'm in 5th place now. 10th lap. Atenza in front of us. And I'm passing the Atenza. Here's another Atenza. I think the Atenzas had a little trouble, both of them. I think the tires were okay, but again, this Peugeot in front, he's really slowing things down, and he can't really do anything than just defend as much as he can. Coming in on the Atenza, and Atenza tries to pass the Peugeot. He just can't do it. Into Juncao, I passed the Atenza on the inside, fair and square, but I'm well into the turn there, and he kind of turns into me. I have the other Toyota coming next to me. So now I'm in 4th again. Going on the inside here. And he's turning into me. I managed to go out without any problem, getting a really good exit on the Peugeot here. And again, he's really struggling with his tires. He can't really do anything at this point. He tried to block me and really tried to squeeze me. I'm holding my ground here. He's bumping me a couple of times. And here, as we come into the Ciudad del Lago, he can't respond. So my tires are much better than his. So here I am, sitting in 2nd place. So now I'm realizing that I'm gonna get a really good result if I stay with this. So now I try to consolidate a little bit. I have pretty good delta to the cars behind at this point. I have about a second, 1.3. Coming down in Mariculo. Last difficult turn here, Junkau. And there we go, getting on the throttle nice and clear. Now 1.3 behind. Super happy at this point. Second place, exactly what I needed. Advanced in the points. Really good race, fun race. You know, had my elbows out. So second place. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next race.